village in northern England, hidden between foggy hills and crooked pine forests. From far away, it looked peaceful, snow-covered rooftops, warm yellow lights glowing from tiny windows, and a tall stone clock tower standing proudly in the center. But Ravenswood was never truly quiet. At night, when the wind howled through the narrow streets, strange whispers echoed through the air. Old wooden signs creaked, doors rattled without anyone touching them, and sometimes bells rang. No one ever pulled the bell ropes. The villagers had learned to ignore it. Just the wind, the adults said, but the children knew better. The 5 friends. On the edge of Ravenswood lived 5 children who shared a love for adventure. Oliver, brave, curious, and always asking questions. Emily, smart, cautious, and loved old books. Jack, funny but secretly scared of the dark. Lily, quiet, observant, and felt things before they happened. Noah, tech-loving, skeptical, and didn't believe in ghosts. They met every evening near the frozen lake, their breath forming clouds in the icy air. "Did you hear the bells again last night?" Lily asked softly. Jack shivered. "Don't start, Lily. I didn't sleep properly." Oliver leaned forward. They rang at exactly 3:13 a.m., same time as always. Emily's eyes widened. "That's impossible." The clock tower bells were removed years ago. Everyone went silent. The old Ravenswood clock tower stood abandoned in the village square, its windows broken, its doors locked with rusted chains. And yet, the bells rang. The next day, Emily visited the village library, a dusty old building that smelled of parchment and wood. Behind the counter sat Mrs. Hawthorne, the oldest woman in Ravenswood. Her eyes were sharp, and her voice trembled like dry leaves. Emily hesitated before asking, "Mrs. Hawthorne, what happened to the clock tower?" The old woman froze. "Come." Oliver's heart pounded. He wiped the glass, but the word burned brighter. From the street below, the clock tower light flickered on for the first time in decades. The decision. The next morning, Oliver told the others everything. Noah crossed his arms. "Probably a prank. Or your imagination." Lily shook her head. "No. The tower has chosen him." Jack's face turned pale. "Chosen for what?" Emily opened an ancient book she'd secretly borrowed. "I found this under the restricted section." The page showed a drawing of the clock tower and 5 shadowy children standing before it. Below the picture were the words, "When the bells call 5, one must be lost, or all will remain." Silence filled the room. "We can't ignore this," Oliver said. "We go together." Even Noah stopped arguing, entering the tower. That evening, fog swallowed Ravenswood. The 5 friends stood before the clock tower gates. The chains fell off by themselves. Creak. Inside, the air was freezing. The walls were covered in children's handprints. Small, faded, and clawed. Jack whispered, "I want to go home." The door slammed shut behind them. The bells began to ring. The living shadows. As they climbed the spiral staircase, shadows moved against the walls, stretching, crawling, whispering their names. Emily, Jack, Lily. Noah's torch flickered. "Okay, I believe now." A child's laughter echoed above them. But it was wrong. Too slow, too deep. Lost children. They reached a large hall filled with floating clocks, all ticking at different times. In the center stood ghostly children, their eyes hollow. Lily gasped, "They're trapped." Repeating time. One ghost stepped forward. "One of you must stay, so the others may leave." Oliver stepped forward instantly. "No." Emily grabbed his arm, but the bells rang louder. The choice. The tower shook. Cracks formed in the walls. A shadowy figure emerged from the bell chamber. Tall, thin, with a clock for a face. "I am the keeper of time," it said. "Choose." Jack cried. Noah shouted, "There has to be another way." Emily remembered the book. "It says one must be lost, or all will remain." She looked at the others. "We don't choose." They held hands. The bells stopped. The keeper screamed, breaking the curse. The clocks shattered. Light flooded the tower. The shadow dissolved into dust. The trapped children smiled as they faded away. The tower collapsed behind the 5 friends as they ran outside. Silence returned to Ravenswood. Forever, the final twist. Years later, Ravenswood was peaceful. The clock tower was gone. But one winter night, a bell rang in a new village, and 5 new names were whispered. Please subscribe Haunt Toon channel.